All right, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
We the sons of Yashala, camp out in Colorado Springs, Colorado, coming to you with a sit down through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We want to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors into the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the head elders of all the camps of Great Millstone GMS who do rule well. Salutations and blessings be upon the house of David, the hopeful elect, scattered abroad. All right, it's your brother Tazapanya.
Come, Brother Maccabee.
Oh, and we wanted to do a land back on a edifying your pop video that GMS concentration is key guy. He had, as you can see in the topic, he did a video regarding the decline of masculinity / testosterone, man. And that boosted my faith. You know what I mean? And it's as he was, going into the precepts, and it's a true fact, man. It's funny because 2/3 of Jake, these heathen nations, and because of the agendas of Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man, the border of wickedness, the devil that the Bible speaks of, the false accuser, the devil, Shaitan, Diablos. All right. The way that they setting things up, they don't want masculine men. They don't want men with high testosterone. All right. And we supposed to look at the ways of old. Nowadays it's a bunch of effeminate, sensitive. You see what I'm saying? Like Elder Apostle Ricard said, GMO babies raised by the goddamn black woman. That emotional spirit. You see what I'm saying? And it's because of their lack of masculinity. Just like Apostle Gabar says, in order to be a man of the Lord, you got to be a man first. So we're going to get straight into the scriptures, Brother God. We got 3 precepts lined up. It's a quick hit. Lord willing, it's edifying, and, we'll close it out.
This is in the book of Kings, 1 Kings, chapter 2, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it reads, I go the way of all the earth, and be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
Right. So David was about to die. King David was about to die, and he's giving a charge into his son Solomon, man.
Okay.
So everybody dies. That's what the whole point of I go the way of all the earth. So as he's about to die, as he's about to go the way of all the earth, everybody that is made from this dust and ashes, he's charging his son, be strong therefore and show thyself a man. You see what I'm saying? See, if you worship Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, man, all right, part of this thing is being men. As the world is declining, as the earth is waxing worse, as the love of many groweth cold, Salakia. Masculinity is going down, testosterone is going down. We therefore are not of the world, we in the world, so we got to do the opposite of what the world's doing. So if the world is losing their masculinity, they increasing in estrogen, they lowering in testosterone, we got to do other things, man. If you want to give some, a little bland back on that, brother.
I was just saying how we were speaking on it earlier. Well, you've seen, I know people have probably seen some of the brothers put out those little, the little cartoon with the woman saying, I don't need no man. And in the background, the father's leaving. And the woman is saying she don't need a man. The daughter saying she don't need a man. And the son is saying, I don't want to be a man. So, that seems to be the way of the world right now, which is absolutely crazy. And like you was mentioning, in the video, the brother mentioned how, the old man had cracked the jar. Man, it immediately made me think of my grandfather and just the strength of that man's hands, like even in old age, just how strong he was. I mean, I don't think he stopped working or building houses or homes. And we worked on a ranch and had to be active. That man was active until, the moment he stopped moving, he got sick and passed. But, until he was 70 some years old, he had just impeccable strength, man.
Mm-hmm. And that actually goes into our next precept. Right. If you could get Joshua chapter 14, starting at verse 7. See, so he's giving you a memory, you see what I'm saying, a story based on his grandfather, you see what I'm saying, which...
both grandfathers, to be real.
Okay, come.
You know, my grandpa Hurt, that, you know, my father will speak on often.
Mm-hmm.
He's a strong dude, man. Mm-hmm. Strong dude.
Right. So, you know, this brother, you know, I could attest, strong brother. His father, Elder Malcolm, a strong brother. A father of Elder Malcolm, a strong brother. And like you said, his other grandfather, because the way the food was different, the way you was raised was different. You see, and society is getting less and less closer to the laws and statutes of the scriptures, man. Even back then, you know, they knew that, you know, men shouldn't be abusing themselves with the same gender. They knew that you had to, you know, eat your protein, get your vegetable intake up, get vitamin D, use your hands, you know, work with your hand, things of that nature, man. Read books. You see what I'm saying? All of this was part of regular lifestyle. You know, Elder Apostle Orion Law brings up that word, the etymology of the word leisure, which literally means to read, man. All right. Oh, I do this in my leisure time. When leisure time is book time, you know. So just like how you were saying that, like I said earlier, paraphrasing, look into the days of old. So if you do got an elder, you see what I'm saying. It's wise to, you know, seek unto wise counsel. How watch him, how he do things of that nature, like the brother, you know, just mentioned.
This was you want Joshua 14, yeah?
Yeah, Joshua 14, start at verse 7, Baba Kasha.
This is Josh in the book of Joshua, chapter 14, verse 7, and it reads, 14 years old was I when Moses, the servant of Yahweh, sent me from Kadesh to Barnea.
Now, who is this talking about? It's talking about Caleb. Okay, good.
To F's out the land, and I brought him word again as it was in mine heart. Nevertheless, my brethren that went up with me made the heart of the people melt, but I wholly followed Yahweh my God. And Moses sware on that day, saying, surely the land whereon thy feet have trodden shall be thine inheritance, and thine children forever, and because thou hast wholly followed Yahweh my Yahweh. Down to 10. And now, behold, Yahweh have kept me alive, as he said, these 45 years, even since Yahweh spake the word unto Moses, while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, lo, I am this 85 years old, and as yet as I am strong this day.
A score is 20. 20 times 4 is 80. Plus 5, he was 85. And Caleb said, I'm as strong as I am 45 years ago, man. You see what I'm saying? So just like the brother talked about with his grandfather, you see what I'm saying? Just like in the video with GMS Contrition is key, God, you see what I'm saying? The old man's strength, you see what I'm saying? That's a real thing, man. You know, and we want to, you know, get to that, you know, with the spiritual bodies, because, you know, so what we have to do? We have to do a little bit of extra, man. Right. You know, this brother, he can attest. He, you know, I'm learning from him. He do the mixed martial arts. He do the Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You know what I'm saying? I do strength training, bodybuilding. You feel me? And it's a mental thing, man. And we behoove and extort you men out there. You see what I'm saying? To do so. You know, because this body is not ours. It was bought with a price. It says that in 1 Corinthians, man. So you're supposed to take care of it, man. Just like the brother said, and he was naming herbs and supplements. You see what I'm saying? Ginseng. I do that too, man. Right. Yeah, the ginseng, the Tongat Ali, the long jack, the horny goat weed, the black maca root. Right. You see what I'm saying? You get your protein in. You know what I mean? Good.
If you follow, I guess, so to speak, just the strictly, because Esau knows about these things, you know, but they, in the hood, Jake is eating all GMO. The women eating GMO, you know, they eat fast food night after night after night. You know, there ain't no who's putting ginseng in their regular diet. You know, who's adding the horny goat weed, the things the brother just spoke on, as well as the brother in his other video. Who's doing those things, man? Because the average 2/3 nigga or the average Jake or whatever, they ain't putting that type of stuff in their system. You know, they're not doing a daily workout or have a workout routine regimen. Where this brother's in the gym, you know, 6 days out of 7 days of the week, man. You know, there's not a lot of people doing that.
And just to land back on that, brother, like the reason why most of those that I just brought out was for your sexual libido.
Right.
And remember, the testosterone is down. See, if you're not balanced, this is where that fake Hindu and the chakras and all of that. You feel me? We're not gonna get into all of that. We don't deal, with that Elamite type Kundalini type, spirit or whatever. But the point is, you feel me? If your hormones is not balanced, you see them. I mean, you got to remember, Esau's destroying the earth, man. Everything it says, the scriptures say in Ezekiel that you shall eat defiled bread amongst the Gentiles. So you have to supplement, you have to add on to the nutrients that you're not getting, and they ain't doing that because they know how it affects you.
Right. Right before you got in, I was watching Manarino, and he actually said, he calls them whatever, the shadow elites or whatever you want to call, the devil, but he virtually came and was like, they just tell you you're gonna eat bugs and you're gonna like it. And in Babylon, you've been forced to do, man.
And now, for me to add on, like the bodybuilding, build, I like to bring this up. When we say edify literally means to build up. So I'm all about all edification, physical, mental, and spiritual, man. You see what I'm saying? You work out, whatever you do. You listen to the apostles. El Apostle Ricard goes in the gym and hits the bag. You know what I mean? He's nice with the boxing. He used to do this with Elder Apostle Tahar. Elder Gabar in his video today, matter of fact, was like, yeah, I just got done with my workout. You see what I'm saying? And these men is what you would call so-called older, man. So what's your excuse, man? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
These brothers, try to eat as healthy as they can. They understand, the work. Wisdom is the principal thing. With all I get understanding, man. You got to do what, to the best of your ability, man. And pray, because it ain't, you still going to feel sick.
Yep.
You still going to get joint pain and this and that and the third, but we're not going to be like, oh, well, Esau, he fucking everything up, so fuck it. I'm going to just be some slob or whatever. Nah, man. That's a slothful, lazy spirit, which is really against, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Go ahead.
This just to pick back up in 11. As yet I am strong this day as I was in the day that Moses sent me, as my strength was then, even so is my strength now. For war, both I go out and to come in.
So look, in like verse 7 or 8, no, in verse 9, he was like, yeah, Moses sent me out and I followed the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And look, later it says war, man. So one of the commandments was to go to war. And this is what we're doing now, of course, in the spirit. Our weapons of warfare is not carnal. You see what I'm saying? But we understand the mighty men of valor. You feel me? These is our forefathers. These are the patriarchs. This is who we look to. People like to forget, Abraham had a major war and won during Melchizedek times and all of that, man. Colomer, the king of Elam, and all that. Go back to Genesis, man. All of our forefathers was warriors, man. You see what I'm saying? Why you think that spirit is coming out? Elder Apostle Tahar, do the BJJ. Shout out to Matagalog and Yaramiah out there in the Chicago camp. You see what I'm saying? Everybody, the Holland brother, Elder Malcolm, the Cali brothers, they doing this thing, man. You're supposed to be able to defend yourself.
Right.
Just matter of fact,
brother, you said it. I'm pretty sure. Like, man, what you gonna do if a man go up, pop your woman in the butt in public or in front of you? Like, he was like, man, you gonna let the spirit deal with that? He said, man, get in the fight. Is what he said. You should be training yourself or at least doing something and not be no pushover, man. You're not no pushovers in this thing either.
We're supposed to be defenders of the faith, man. Psalms, so that's on the spiritual side. But
Right.
remember, the Most High is balanced.
Right.
So you should be able to defend the body that is not yours anyway. You see what I'm saying? To provide and protect for the body, for the brotherhood, for your family. You know what I mean? Yeah. How many?
There was I mean,
one more.
It's this. You have
Verse 13 was
but
the last one.
yeah, it just speaks
It's a lot.
on him getting blessed with on giving Caleb his son.
Okay.
Hebron for the inheritance, but I mean, it pretty much got the point.
Okay. The last precept I had was in Proverbs chapter 20, verse 29, and then we'll wrap it up there, give some final conclusion, words of wisdom. Lord willing, we vessels for the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Lord willing, this is edifying, man. And like I said, and this is physical, mental, spiritual elevation, man. You know what this devil is doing. You see what I'm saying? And that even go to you women that you very few sisters that's watching too. You control the kitchen. You control how you're gonna lead and guide the kids from young. What you feeding them? What you feeding yourself? You see what I'm saying?
Right. Crab legs and mud bugs. And,
you know what I mean?
Pork chops.
You supposed to be getting them walks in. Getting that vitamin D from the sun. You see what I'm saying? If the strength training, learning how to fight. I'm talking to the men now again. Mental. Get your memory back, good. Reading, maybe play a little bit of mental games and all of that. You see what I'm saying? To get your thing on and popping. And then spiritual, listen to these videos, man. Pray. You know what I'm saying? Build yourself up in the spirit. Edify yourself in the spirit. Build it up, man. Go ahead, huh?
God, this is Proverbs chapter 20.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in this is at verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
And it reads, "The glory of young men is their strength."
Woo, the glory of young men is their strength, man. And in Corinthians says the glory of the man is the woman, and we know that was stripped from us. So we could also say that this glory was stripped from us because these men, in the article he brought out from a study from like 2004 to now, it has declined in American youth 10% of their testosterone based on the nanomole per liter in their body, man.
Right.
These men don't have no testosterone, so whether it be taking, like the herbs, the free testosterone boosters, amino acids, whatever it may be, man. What works best for you, man? Get your shit up, man.
Right. Come on, this next part of it, and it reads, "And the beauty of old men is the gray head."
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was it on that one.
Yeah. So if you want to add a little something on the fact that the glory of young men. And while we able bodies our strength, that's what when people see that, man, yeah, you like, oh, a nice, rigorous young man. I remember when I started to get in the gym around, I did a little play thing in 16, 17. I really ain't go hard till 19. But my uncle used to come to me and he used to like see, my stature with my posture. He'd be like, yo, bro, stick to it, man. You gonna be like this. He'd be like, it's like it gets them hyped. Like they wish they had that young body again. And or the potential of something that they can see that you can't see yet. You know what I mean?
Which I've heard that all my life. You in the gym, I've never feel like I could do enough to be, brolic like I would want to be or whatever. But I've heard you hear that all your life, especially growing up around Malcolm, who did the bodybuilder thing first, and then went transitioned from there to the MMA world.
Mm-hmm.
That's all myself and Yada kind of ever came up on. I don't think I weighed 260 one time in my life, felt fat, felt slow, didn't feel good. Your stamina low, your sexual drive low. I had to drop all that weight off, like even the brother was mentioning in his video. Got in the gym, shed the weight off, you feel better, look better. You got more energy to get shit done.
And why do you think you feel better and people could tell that you feel better? Because in Sirach, it says that for wisdom maketh a man's countenance to shine. So it's a wise thing to take care of your temple, and that's part of that, a factor of his exercise. We know that it profiteth little. You see what I'm saying? But it still profits something. While we're hoping for the gospel, the rewards, the promises, that came from our Father through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. You see what I'm saying? We're going to do the best of our ability, you see what I'm saying, in trying to make sure that we could do the work. You know what I'm saying? You feel bad if you feeling sick and you got to skip a camp or something like that. Right. You want to keep your immune system up. Yeah, you want to be able to stand on your feet for 2-3 hours if need be, in the heat, in the cold. You know what I'm saying? And when you got an able body, you strong. You see what I'm saying? In spirit, strong in body. The scriptures do say, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. You see what I'm saying? So if this body that's about to die is weak, try to get it something at least some type of strength.
Right. I just wanted to I guess we can close on this one. I just want to give you this real quick. But this is Ecclesiasticus 22 verse 1, and it reads, "A slothful man is comparable to a filthy stone, and everyone will hiss him out to his disgrace. Ooh. A slothful man is compared to the filth of a dunghill. Every man that taketh it up will shake his hand. An evil nurtured son is the dishonor of his father that begat him, and a foolish daughter is born to his loss." But the point being, man, we're not meant to be no slothful niggas, man. Whether it's physically or spiritually or continue. We got to continue to grow in this thing.
That's right, man, and that's the spirit. That's a beautiful precept, bro. That lines up perfectly, man. You see what I'm saying? So even when you tired, let me get up and read. Let me pray. All of that is being slothful in the spirit if you're not doing the things when you're supposed to. The scriptures say pray without ceasing. You see what I'm saying? The scriptures say study to show thyself approved. Mm-hmm. So if you're not doing these things, you're being slothful in the spirit. You know what I mean? So if you're not profiting a little bit, at least with some bodily exercise, man, all right, get your shit up. And I'm talking to you men, man. You see what I'm saying? This is not the time to be, effeminate. You know what I mean? We know there's an agenda behind this thing, man. You see what I'm saying? Right. They don't want you. Esau's wiser than Daniel, as it says in Ezekiel. They got chemicals that will literally turn you into a mouse.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So we're fighting principalities in dark places, man. So you gotta gird up your loins like a man in the spirit and in the physical, man, and be ready for whatever. You see what I'm saying? And be ready for whatever, man. You see the Most in Ezekiel 37, the valley of dry bones, can they live? It says that they stood up being a great and exceeding army. Mm-hmm. Timothy said, endure hardness like a good soldier of Yahweh Shai, man. You see what I'm saying? And we warriors of this thing. His brother's a Reubenite, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm a Benjaminite. You know what I mean? All the tribes, man, when you really get down to it, man, we the sons of the living power, and the Lord is a man of war. And Yahweh Shai said, be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. So you're supposed to be men of war out there, man. In the spirit and carnally, if it have to get to that point, man. Right. But that's it for me, bro.
That was it, bro.
Hey, man. Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Beautiful video that the brother GMS Contrition is Key God put out. This is a quick response, man. All right. The exhortation. All right. So Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. With that, we're going to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushua, Ba'asham, Rakak, Wadash. All right. Double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone. Shalom to the next time.
Shalom, Maki.